Hi everyone, it's time to get the vlogs back going again because lockdown is easing and we might actually have something interesting to talk about again, which would be great rather than just,
oh, it's another day of lockdown, I've got to stay at home.
That kind of thing. You may notice I am slightly warm. That is because I've had to turn off the fan that cools this room in order to not have a big noise in the background of the video. So, what's been going on? Well, obviously not a huge amount because it's been locked down, haven't been able to go very many places. However, a month or so ago, I was able to get out up to Settle, which is in West Yorkshire, if I remember correctly, for a day where I was doing some photography for Jenny Kirk, my other half, who you might know built this Minetatis model railway in 009 scale, and we wanted some nice photos with a nice background that would blend into the model to make it look really super realistic for some photography that was going on. This is the photography that I'm here for, working with Jen. We've actually got a railway layout on the top of the car going out onto this backdrop. The idea is that the natural backdrop will sell the idea that the railway layout that she's built, Minetatis, is more realistic and is potentially a real place. So that's what we're doing here out in the cold. It's actually balanced on my coat because we didn't think ahead to put something on top of the car to stop it scratching. So I've now got to freeze in the cold while she does this. So I took the photos, but while I was there, I mean, it doesn't take an entire day to do some photography. Not the way I do it. Very quick and straight in. Right, this will do. Get the angles. Blip, blip, blip. Very quick, very efficient. That's how I do things. But, of course, that means I had a bit of a day to spare. So I went and had a look around Settle, and they had a mountain to climb. It wasn't the biggest mountain ever, but it was there. So I climbed it. And here's how I got on. Hello guys, so we're in Settle at the moment. Jen is actually at work, she works here. I'm in the area basically because I'm doing some photography for her. And also it's a chance to get out and about because, wow, it's been quite a while. Up there is a flagpole that you can see from town. It doesn't seem very far away from where I'm stood. Of course, it's very, very high up, so you can get the idea that it is quite a way away. But when you're down in town, you can still see it. So it's weird to think that perspective kind of lies to you because it still seems the same size here as it does right down there. Anyway, let's continue to have a look around. There's a lot of nice seats around here where you get to see the view and really enjoy it, but given that I am massively out of shape after lockdown, they're also welcome for just having a break on the way up to the top. It's actually not that far. Just over there and up a bit more because you can actually see the pole from here. So, not too far, but I still need a break. And here we are. It's not bad, is it? It's a really nice walk. It doesn't take long. You get a great view. All in all, I'm very happy. Wow. And in case you don't think it's too far up, here's what it looks like over the side. There's my foot. There's the bottom. It's a long way, but it's definitely worth it. This is fantastic. Highly recommend it. Right, let's go back down. Now when I say go back down, I don't mean of course go back the same route because there's still a fair amount of this walk to do. So we're going to go down a different route, see a bit more of the area and see where the walk takes us. It's always the most fun part. You just get to see new bits and pieces and get a nice bit of exercise. It's really nice to just be out in the sun. And a few funny looks earlier on for walking around with the camera and my bag and no coat because it was a bit chilly when I headed out, but I knew that it would get sunny very quickly, so I thought, what's the point of carrying around a coat that I'm eventually going to have to put in a bag because it'll be too hot? And I think I was born out right for that. Okay, this bit's going to be interesting. Have a look. So I'm up here where my foot is. Now this is like a load of rocks on the way down. So basically it's stepping stones. And I've got to try and get down there, so this is going to be fun. Do I jump down that way? I'll go this way. I think I'll go this way with the stepping stone. No, this way, because it seems like it's going to be at least slippy. So, there we go. And jump across and head down. There you go, human ingenuity and problem solving. Okay, that's unexpected. Yeah. Interesting rabbit's head made out of mud. And, let's say a fish. Weird. Okay, let's leave them alone and head round. And then continue on the way down. Really is a nice place to come and visit. If you ever get the chance and you're up in the North Yorkshire area, have a look around Settle. It's a nice walk. It's surprising how quickly the noise is starting to come back up of the town itself. So I'm going to keep going. I'm just round the corner from, just round the corner from where there was some mountain climbers earlier on. It's a nice steep cliff face here, you see. Just there behind me. Nice stiff cliff face to climb up, so it's popular with climbers. Personally, I'm more of a walker, former sprinter, as I think I've mentioned before, so I like to just keep the leg muscles in check. And here we go, heading back down. Really nice day, I've had a lot of fun. Just out and about, having a quick walk, look around, taking the photos that I'm here for. And yeah, all in all, enjoyable day. Let's head back down to town now. Taking these pictures, it reminds me of when I was at university with the Treasure Trap Society, where we'd all come out on a weekend dressed in pseudo-medieval fantasy gear, and we'd have role-playing sessions in the woods. And of course, the later series of Nightmare, which British children of my age would have remembered, where they had the eye shield. You could see what was going on for brief parts of the dungeon where they would go outside. All very interesting. It was basically someone went out with a camera and filmed some forest. So, similar stuff to this. As you might expect, coming down is an awful lot easier than going up. It's basically now gravity is assisting my descent, which is very nice. I'll stick to the path. In fact, this is ancient woodland, which, to be honest with you, looking at it, I can totally understand. But I've had a good day. I'll say good day. I've had a good afternoon. I've only been out an hour or two. I kept stopping every now and again and just admiring the view, taking the photos I'm here for. And it's been wonderful. This bit here, that is where I came in. So we're going to turn here. I went up that way, that's where we started with the ascent. Now we're back down near the bottom for the descent. This has been fantastic. So after that, came home and I've just been working flat out, doing extra scenes, backgrounds for locations for the Question of Trek cartoons. We are currently planning at least 2 special cartoons. Now CBS rules for Star Trek fan productions are you can have a maximum of 15 minutes, and if you have a multiple parter, it can only be a 2-parter, you can't have multiple parts. So we've got one that's planned at least as a 2-parter, and then one that's probably a standalone. And we'll see which one ends up being which, but we've got the specials coming, so I added extra locations. Of course, the next series of Question Trek is coming out as well, so we'll be doing those with the new locations and everything like that. So that's been quite nice, and you've been, while I've been talking, you've been seeing those new locations there. But that's not the only thing, because I just found this. I was over getting some bits and pieces that we needed for the house, so I popped to the local charity shops and found a copy of Mind Trap 2 for £1. As you can see, not a bad price. This is the sequel, as you can tell from the name, to a game I already picked up from a charity shop, the same charity shop in fact, a while back, called Mind Trap. It's like, it's cryptic questions and general knowledge questions all mixed together into a game. And normally it's played on a piece of paper where you'd mark off the questions as you go around. This one has a proper board game, which takes it from novelty that you bring out over the coffees at a dinner party, and yes, I am that kind of person, I would do that, because I've done it in the past, to actual contender for an episode of Board Game Hammer. So I'm looking forward to giving that a try. It seems to be more of the same from the original, only this time it's got a board and pieces, so that'll be quite good. Probably answers a few suggestions and possibly even complaints from the original, where eventually you'd run out of the paper that you're supposed to mark everything off on. So that's nice, and I'm looking forward to giving that a try. But what else is there to do? Well, like I say, not a huge amount's been going on, but now that lockdown is easing and we can get out and about again, I'm looking forward to making proper vlogs. So I'm intending to make the most use of the summer by going on some walks in the area, getting off the last of the lockdown weight. I have lost most of the lockdown weight already. You might have noticed I'm not quite as round in the face, for example. So I want to get the rest lost by doing a load of walks, taking the camera with me. Let's go and have a look at some pretty scenery and get back out and about. That's the plan, so I'll see you tomorrow. If you like the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. It really does help create future videos. That's patreon.com/Zoe Kirk-Robinson. And I've got an extra special thanks going out to Chief89, Sam Yates, Retro Mickey82, Mo Henry, and George Botterini. Thank you so much, guys.